High in the Himalayas, a village slept. Fog snaked through the crooked streets. It wrapped around the wooden houses like icy fingers. The air hung heavy and damp. At the edge of the village stood a house. It was old and made of dark stone. Twisted pine trees clawed at its crumbling walls. This was the house everyone whispered about. No one dared to go near. A shiver ran down my spine just looking at it. My name is Rishi. I'm 12 years old. I came to this village with my family. We hoped to find peace in the mountains. But this village held a dark secret. I could feel it in my bones. The house loomed over the village, a silent threat. It watched us with empty windows like sightless eyes. My grandmother warned me never to go near it. She said it was filled with whispers. Whispers of things best left undisturbed. But I was curious. I always am. One afternoon, curiosity got the better of me. I decided to see the house up close. Maybe I could catch a glimpse of the secrets it held. The old iron gate groaned as I pushed it open. The path to the house was lost under a carpet of dead leaves. The air grew colder as I approached. I felt a chill run down my spine. I hesitated for a moment, but then I took a deep breath and continued. The front door hung open, creaking in the wind. I peered inside. Dust swirled in the faint light that filtered through the grimy windows. Cobwebs hung from every corner. The air was thick with the smell of decay. I stepped inside. My heart pounded in my chest. The house was silent, but it felt alive, like something was watching me. I tiptoed further inside. Each step echoed through the empty halls. I passed a dining room with a long, dusty table. I imagined the ghostly dinners that might have been held there. A sudden noise made me jump. It was just a rat scurrying behind some old boxes, but it was enough to set my nerves on edge. I decided to leave. As I turned to go, I noticed something strange. One of the lamps on the wall was flickering, as if someone had just blown on it. I ran. I didn't look back. That night I lay awake in bed. The wind howled outside my window. The branches of the pine trees scratched against the glass. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. I kept seeing the flickering lamp in my mind's eye. What had caused it to move? A sound from outside caught my attention. It was a soft tapping, like someone was knocking on wood. I sat up in bed and strained to listen. The tapping came again. This time it was closer. It seemed to be coming from the window. Slowly I crept out of bed and tiptoed towards the window. My heart pounded in my chest. I peeked through a gap in the curtains. At first I saw nothing. Then I noticed a shadow at the edge of the forest. It was tall and thin, and it moved with an unnatural fluidity. It was as if it were made of smoke. I held my breath, afraid to make a sound. The shadow seemed to glide towards the house. It moved closer and closer until it was right outside my window. I could see its eyes now, glowing faintly in the darkness. They were like two burning coals. A cold dread washed over me. I knew in that moment that I had made a terrible mistake by coming to this house. I had awakened something ancient and evil. I don't remember falling asleep, but when I woke up, the sun was shining. My fear felt like a bad dream. I told myself that the shadows had just been my imagination. I got out of bed and went to the window. I looked out at the forest. The trees swayed gently in the breeze. Everything seemed peaceful. Then I noticed something strange. There was a footprint in the soft earth beneath my window, but it wasn't a human footprint. It was too large, too oddly shaped, and it pointed backwards towards the forest, as if whatever had made it had been walking backwards when it left. I shivered. I knew then that the events of the previous night had been all too real. I turned away from the window, but as I did, I caught a glimpse of something in the forest. A pair of glowing eyes watched me from the shadows. They were the same eyes I had seen in the night, and they were filled with an ancient, unspeakable hunger.